Hey everyone, and welcome back to Anytime Español. Today's lesson is short but important to learn.
In English, we often start sentences with verbs that end in ing, like learning Spanish is hard.
Or traveling alone can change your life.
In these sentences, learning and traveling aren't actions that are happening right now. They're more like things or ideas. In this case, they're the subject of the sentence. Now, look how Spanish does the same thing.
Aprender español es difícil, or viajar solo puede cambiar tu vida.
So instead of conjugating or changing the verb to match that ing ending in English, Spanish keeps its base form or its infinitive form, in this case, aprender or viajar. So even though English changes the verb, Spanish doesn't. And that's where a lot of mistakes come from.
But before getting into today's lesson, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you still haven't.
And if you still haven't joined our community, you can click the join button on our homepage right here on YouTube, or check out the links in the description of this video and sign up to receive exclusive members-only Spanish bonus content. Okay, so as we said, in Spanish, when a verb is the subject of a sentence, it'll stay in its infinitive form like aprender or viajar, to express in English that ing ending. So if you were to say,
Aprender español es difícil, it translates to learning Spanish is difficult and not to learn Spanish is difficult.
And because we're dealing with ing endings, the most common mistake that Spanish students make is confusing infinitives with gerunds. So gerunds is when you're going to conjugate a verb in the present progressive tense with an ending of ando or iendo. And that tense is used to describe an ongoing action with a verb that ends in ing. So for example, if we were to say, I am cooking,
Estoy cocinando.
or she is sleeping.
Ella está durmiendo.
So that's the lesson for today, is regardless of whether in English the verb ends in ing, in Spanish, when the verb is used as a subject, we must use the infinitive form, and when it's used as an ongoing action, we need to use the gerund, the present progressive form. Let's look at these two examples. If you were to say, eating late is bad.
Comer tarde es malo.
Here, we use the infinitive of the verb comer because it's the subject of the sentence, while I'm eating late would be
Estoy comiendo tarde.
because we're talking about an ongoing action, so we need to use the gerund.
Saying comiendo tarde es malo is incorrect because comiendo cannot be the subject of a sentence.
Okay, and really quickly, here's a quick kind of bonus side note that builds directly on this idea. In Spanish, you'll also see at the beginning of a sentence a structure that's like al plus infinitive, which is used to say when doing something or upon doing something.
This is used to describe something that happens at the moment another action occurs.
Right, so we could say something like, upon arriving, I called you.
Al llegar, te llamé.
So just like before, Spanish uses the infinitive, not the gerund. You'll never want to say al llegando. You always want to keep it in its base or infinitive form, llegar. Let's see a few more of these. When I saw the view, I was amazed.
Al ver la vista, me quedé impresionado.
Upon entering the room, everyone got quiet.
Al entrar en la sala, todos se quedaron en silencio.
When we finished eating, we went for a walk.
Al terminar de comer, salimos a caminar.
Another common mistake that a lot of Spanish students have when they deal with verbs as subjects is forgetting that reflexive verbs stay reflexive. So saying something like, getting up early is difficult should be
Levantarse temprano es difícil and not levantar temprano es difícil.
So remember to keep the infinitive in its base form, but reflexively. Okay, now to finish, let's just go through a few more examples using infinitives as subjects. Living in another country changes your perspective.
Vivir en otro país cambia tu perspectiva.
Spending too much time on your phone affects your focus.
Pasar demasiado tiempo en el teléfono afecta tu concentración.
Getting lost in a new city can be part of the adventure.
Perderse en una ciudad nueva puede ser parte de la aventura.
Meeting new people can be uncomfortable at first.
Conocer gente nueva puede ser incómodo al principio.
Driving around the city at night is stressful.
Conducir por la ciudad de noche es estresante.
Trying new things helps you grow as a person.
Probar cosas nuevas te ayuda a crecer como persona.
Stretching each morning helps relieve muscle tension.
Estirarse cada mañana ayuda a aliviar la tensión muscular.
And that's it! We told you this one was going to be quick, but now you know exactly when to use a verb as the subject of a sentence and avoid that common ing mistake in Spanish.
But leave us a comment with your best example using a verb as the subject of a sentence.
And afterwards, watch this video to keep improving your Spanish.
Until next time.